Welcome in, guys, to our preview every single NFL team for the 2023 upcoming season. We're in the NFC East once again, and we're going to talk about the Washington Commanders. Yeah, let's talk about those Commanders. Big news that happened in the offseason was that the Commanders have new ownership now. Dan Snyder's 24-year reign of terror is over, and they have new owners. Josh Harris is the owner. He has a group called the Sydney Group. That is their business name. And they took over, and it was approved by the NFL last month. They took over the Commanders, but again, that isn't their name. I don't know if they're going to have to change their name again, but for now, they are the Commanders. The takeover was $6.6 billion. So Dan Schneider, all the allegations, what happened, all the dumpster fire things he's done are over now. So if you're a Commanders fan, Redskins fan, whatever the fuck they're gonna call you, I have no idea. But you've got to think, oh, bright things ahead. Maybe, bright things ahead maybe. But again, not every takeover or ownership, especially ownership, is going to be good things. It could be, again, more worse or bad. But again, only thing that you can think of if you're a Commanders fan is God bless you if you're a Commanders fan. But all seriousness, just think positive things. Again, thing is up. But again, I look at this season, this upcoming 2023 season. What the fuck were they doing in this house? Now I know again they had the whole new ownership thing, so I understand that. But what the fuck are they doing? These new owners, like, come on, you're still keeping Ron Rivera, a 61-year-old head coach, really? And you don't want to bring in anybody better than Ron Rivera, 61. You're gonna stay behind. You're gonna support and back a 61-year-old head coach in Ron Rivera. Wow. Yeah. Good luck with that one. You didn't want to go for Bieniemy, who just left the Chiefs in 2022 season. You didn't want to get the Bieniemy. Bieniemy, who was the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs for the past 2 years, for the past 4 years, won 2 Super Bowls out of that offense. You don't want to bring him, but no, you don't want to bring him in. Bieniemy, who came from the Chiefs setup, he was the offensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion with Andy Reid. You don't want to bring him in, but you want to stick by the young lion, 61-year-old Ron Rivera. So that's good for you guys. Whatever. The last time the Commanders / Redskins won a playoff game was 2005. So yeah, 18 years ago. Last season they won 8, lost 8, and tied 1. They was 4th in the NFC East, and they had the whole thing with Carson Wentz. They drafted Sam Howell in the later rounds of the 2022 draft. After a year, Carson Wentz is no more, and yeah, you're gonna stay with Sam Howell for a year. Again, you only played 1 game last year, so again, I look at really the Commanders. They really fucked up in this draft. The front office really did a bad job of not getting a quarterback in. You're telling me that you want to go for Sam Howell over Anthony Richardson, who has way more upside, more potential, and he's going places. He has more of a ceiling than Sam Howell. You're saying that you don't want Will Levis. I understand he's 24, but again, he's got a better ceiling than Sam Howell. Like, come on. But again, the first round, you bring in Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback from Mississippi State. Again, why are you not going for a quarterback in this round? Again, he's a good addition, but he's not a quarterback. You know what I mean? Jartavius Smith, safety from Illinois. Javarius Martin, he's a safety from Illinois. He's a good addition. I see him on tape. He looks like a good prospect. Ricky Stromberg, he's a good addition. I do like this addition. Ricky Stromberg, he's one of those. I don't think he's the guy yet, but he looks like he has a lot of potential. I like him. I love his on tape. If you go back and watch his tape on YouTube, he has a lot of combos. He did some great combo. He has a combo tackles and roughs up the defense. He's very physical. Sometimes he can lean onto the defender too much, and he can slip a couple of times, so he needs to really work on his balance. But he's got good footwork. He's got good hip work and stuff like that, but he needs to work more on his bounce. He's like leaning over too much on the guy, and then he's falling on his face sometimes. So he needs to kind of work on that. But he's a good addition from Ricky Stromberg, corner from Alaska, is a good addition. Then they get Braeden Daniels, offensive line, another guy that can be with Ricky Stromberg as that offensive line. He was drafted from Utah. Then they got KJ Henry, he's an edge from Clemson. Chris Rodriguez, running back, again from that running back class. You look at really the edge running, the edge rushing class. You know, you look at Isaiah Foskey and so many good talents in there. And then you got KJ Henry. Yeah, he could be a good addition. I've seen him on tape. He looks pretty good. Chris Rodriguez, he has some good talent. I think he could be a good RB2, RB3. He's a good addition though. And the last pick they got, another edge rusher, was Andre Jones. He was in like in the 6th, 7th round. I could see him being a practice squad member. I don't know if he's going to get any game time, but he's an okay addition. In the free agency, they got Andrew White. They got Andrew White. They got Nick Safety, a offensive tackle, and they got Cody Barton, who's a tight end. And then you look at, they got Jacoby Brisker. I mean, again, really, like, you're going for Jacoby Brisker. He filled in for Deshaun Watson last year when he was out for 14 games. So they bring him as a backup to Sam Howell. You don't want to bring in like an established quarterback that could change your franchise, that could change the way your team goes in the next couple of years. You look at that the NFC East. The Cowboys have invested this season. Philadelphia have invested, and they've invested and they want to get stronger and they want to win the championship. And then you look at the Commanders. They've gone backwards. They was 4th last year. They're not even going to get it. I could see them staying 4th again because again the Giants are going to look better under Brian Daboll for a 2nd year. Dallas are going to get better because they've had some good additions, and Philly, they won the division last year. So a lot of the NFC is doing well, and then you look at the Commanders. I understand new ownership. They're going to take time of what they want really in the front office, but it's like really Sam Howell. Like you really want him as your starting quarterback? Really? Is he really the guy? I mean, again, if you look at somebody, especially if you look at someone like Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, and if these guys change the foundation of where they are, like you look at Will Levis, and if you change the Titans' fortune or whatever like that, and if he like gets them to be a contenders of the Super Bowl, you're like, man, we should have maybe took that guy. This guy could have been a Super Bowl winning guy. And we don't know about Will Levis yet, but if he gets that good potential, he could be like another Mahomes where he's like, shit. You know what I mean? Like, you look at San Francisco a couple of years ago, they could have got Mahomes. The Bears could have got Mahomes back in 2017. The Bears and San Francisco are looking like dumbasses right now because they could have got Mahomes. But, yeah, that's my preview of the Washington Commanders. Leave you guys thoughts in the comments. Sorry about how the camera looks. My tripod, I need to actually get a new tripod, but this one I'm using my current one. It's looking a bit, so again, it's not because of the camera, the whole thing. I need to get a new tripod because there's something that's broke off this tripod, so apologies for that. Peace, guys.